waiting for it to go live. Clicking the go live button now. Live from my basement, partially fixed basement. It's Thursday night, and there's my hands. Woo! Featuring Leonard in the middle. Isn't that what they say in...
it's Center Square.
Center Square.
Shadow Stevens.
Hollywood Squares. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, let's jump over here to this. Let's go here. Let's go do the iMac. Hey, there I am. Welcome to Dave's Imaginations. Dave's Imaginations presents Slipping Hell's Grasp. Slipping Hell's Grasp. We have moved back to the base. What that means to me is I don't have to carry the TV to the kitchen and set it up with everything else moving into the kitchen. I can set it up here and leave it mounted a TV. The wall is done. The wall is done. Put a
Build
TV.
that wall.
I put a TV on the. Oh, look. Oh, so circular. So circular. Put a TV on the wall, and the wall's done. But I'm still waiting for the padding for the carpet. Still waiting for the padding carpet. Once the padding's done, then I can put the trim back on, and the doors, and then maybe I'll really be done. And then we have to see if we like this configuration because I've moved the TV from the table to the wall, hoping it's clear enough for all. This TV, I'm realizing, is a little bit smaller than the one that was in the kitchen. Just a little bit. Shouldn't have told them. They wouldn't know. So, well, that's enough of that. Why don't we go ahead and run our intro?
Roll that beautiful intro.
The beautiful intro. Going to the game layout bar, putting the guys in the corner, and hopefully they can still see. Oh, the sounds are clicking, and we can jump over to the game bar, jumping over the Foundry Virtual Tabletop. They just announced this week. Newsflash. Question? No? They just announced this week that D&D Beyond now has a map feature where you can launch maps and play straight from D&D Beyond. It's pretty simple. Yeah, it's in its alpha stage, so it is just in its infancy. We'll just have to see where we'll be watching that and see where it goes for a little bit more direct integration with D&D Beyond. Might be good. Anyway, back to our game. Slipping Hell's Grasp, Descending into Avernus. Our adventurers found their way to the first of the 9 hells, following the fallen city of Elturel. The main dude there says, "Go find the sword and save us from Avernus. Help us figure out how to get back. Find the sword. That's got to be the way." And Lulu thinks she knows the way, so she starts you on this path. And you, one thing after another, led you to the demon Zapper, and you met up, and you had the reunion between the two Deo, Olivia, and I don't remember what was his name, Ralzala, and they say, if you can break Ralzala, the Deo says, if you can break me from the tie with this demon zapper, free me from my commitment of this demon zapper, then I will give you introduction to Bel, who will help you defeat Zariel and free you from Avernus. But to do that, to figure out how to free him from his commitment to the demon zapper, you need to talk to Red Ruth. And so at least some of the group is at the Brambles, where Gloin had flown in with Lulu, but flown in and talked to Red Ruth, the illustrious and sultry Red Ruth.
Yeah.
I thought I had a picture. Yeah, picture. Oh, yeah. Doesn't she do that for you? Illustrious and sultry Red Ruth with her smoker's hack. And she said she will divine how to free Ralzala from the demon Zapper if you help her have a day at the spa. That means arrange for the day and watch over her brambles as you go, but don't destroy her brambles. No more talk of that. She will not. Deals off if she comes back and her brambles are destroyed. So we had Gloin picked up Red Ruth, and they flew off for the Wandering Emporium where the spa was. That is how we left this group. On the flip side, we had Christiana and Olak, who had just made it to the Demon Zapper themselves, where they had there was a battle between the genie and Ralzala, as Ralzala had killed Olivia and Genie, had them killed, but then in their purgatory, Olivia realized the lost love that she could have had versus the love that never wanted her, and decided that maybe she did want to be with Ralzala, but Genie was not so forgiving. Genie and Ralzala got into a big old fight as they fought until they both passed out from exhaustion. Now, you might remember that we uncovered that Olivia and Genie are not actually Deo now. They are actually adult Oblexes. Elder Oblexes. So, a creature, an ooze creature that eats memories and is able to project itself as other creatures. As Genie was able to had the spirit of the old Olak had somehow, some way made its way to Avernus, and he had claimed or swallowed or incorporated the old Olak's memories into its being and manifested itself as Olak to you guys as he recognized you. And you guys didn't really buy it, but somehow he was able to come along with you, and you found your way to the Demon Zapper. But those two, the Olivia had made her way here to the Demon Zapper, and with Genie and Ralzala got in a fight, and they both passed out. And Christiana said, "Oh, I'm turning in," as opposed to Olak, who says, "You know what? I'm gonna accept the exhaustion that I'll have because he is wanting to work on his mini." And so that's where we left that group.
So Retro Olak was Genie.
Retro Olak was Genie, was an elder Oblex.
So was Olivia.
And so is Olivia. But, yeah. But in the fight, they were saying, "You have a lamp that we could put in Genie?" And you say, "Well, no, but will this chalice work?" And they said, and the Genie says that I'm not worthy of that. That chalice is not worthy of me. And so now you're kind of at a loss. And these two, the Ralzala and Genie, seem to be at somewhat of a stalemate as far as fighting is concerned. And that is where we ended up, in a three-way party split. Three-way party split. Where shall we start?
yes. Thank you.
We'll be using
One
that a
second.
lot.
All right.
So a question I had is at the Brambles, we had you watch as Grolgark flies off with Red Ruth.
Before I would have left, I would have said to everybody, don't go into the Brambles if you value your life.
Yeah, well, you did say that, and Red Ruth said, well, you can't protect the Brambles from out here.
Protect them from what?
That's true.
Exactly.
We had to go in order for her to leave.
Free me. Free me.
What are we protecting them from? Rain? Weeds?
Just watch.
Animals?
Well, all she said was, watch over my Brambles. Don't let anything happen to them. That's all she said.
Well, it's simple enough.
Till a swarm of locusts that wants to eat them shows up or something.
Yeah.
So, rewatched the video. Gloin and Red Ruth flew off. Last I knew, you guys were outside.
That morning, yes. The morning after our long rest. We slept for the night, didn't we?
You've slept once before.
I didn't know if...
Did we sleep before we came
When
here?
did we have a long rest?
I thought they were going to leave in the morning.
I think you had a long rest on the road to the teleportation place, didn't you? Didn't you run out of gas and you slept on the road?
We were at exhaustion level in 8 hours.
Well, you were about to. You didn't.
Right.
You had
We,
been awake for
We've
like
been
16
traveling.
hours.
We traveled
Yeah.
up most of the day.
I thought maybe it was before we got there.
I thought it was this
But-
Arches of Ulach before
Anyway. We did somewhere because I'm
No, it couldn't have
reset.
been before that because
I'm looking at September 21st, 11 hours awake, no day or night here, so according to his notes.
Yep.
And that was on the 21st. And then there's just an October 5th recap.
It couldn't have been before the
Today's.
Arches of Ulach because Christiana was exhausted. So I think you guys might have been.
We've been awake 11 hours.
And
Okay.
So if he flies wherever she needs him to go, he's likely to be exhausted. So we were gonna.
Well, you're not
I will
exhausted.
rest when I get there.
You're not exhausted until 24 hours have passed.
But if we travel for more than 8 hours at full speed, that's
Yeah.
like you start hitting
But-
exhaustion, right? That's what I thought.
Yeah. If you're walking, but you're not walking.
He's flying though.
He's flying.
I'm not worried about me.
If he flies for 8 hours, I might agree. But he hasn't been flying for 8 hours. Well, actually, he might have been.
He's been flying this whole
Yeah,
time.
you've been flying this whole time.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
So
how far
we're
away
saying
it is.
the question is, okay, then he didn't stop for a rest. You guys are at that point, right? You need a rest. You're outside the Brambles. You don't know where. Are you going to sleep in your vehicle out here? Or are you going to go in as directed?
I think this was the question you asked at the end.
Yeah. Could have been.
I'm all for sleeping outside, not inside.
How do you protect the Brambles? Watch over the Brambles from inside
Well,
the.
if he flies off, then we'll have to go inside to protect.
Well, he flew off.
Okay,
That's
then-
done.
Then we have to go in and protect. Take watch like we normally would, and the rest will
So-
rest.
These brambles are tall, right? Like
20 feet tall.
okay. So if we're in the middle, all we
can we
can
see
see is
what's
what's
coming
right
up?
around us. We
Yeah.
can't see the whole thing, right?
I agree.
Whatever you think would be best for protecting her Brambles.
So do we stake out opposite corners? Do we patrol around? Do
Oh
we,
yes, let's split the party more.
Yeah. Lulu's the only one here who
How
can
come we
fly,
split
right?
the party more?
Well, I got 6 people on this, 6 things on the screen.
Oh God.
Okay,
Is-
really 5 because
Oh yeah, you get both ruckuses. Lulu's the only thing here that can fly, right?
yeah,
And she can't fly all night.
no.
How big? How big as the Brambles?
It's this big. That's all you see of it. You look down the side, you see the bones intertwined in almost like an organic bramble, right?
Yeah, but
It's big. 20 foot tall. It goes a long way that way and a long way that way.
okay.
So there's 4 of us, right? That's
There's
all.
4 of us,
Here.
and there's 3 of you, Lulu and this Chuckles.
Oh yeah, Chuckles. Oh, we definitely don't leave Chuckles alone.
Oh,
Well, this thing is pretty big, so I don't know that we could really. Are we going to be able to protect it well from the outside? We're better off in the middle.
Or patrol.
Or, yeah.
Whoever's on patrols. At night. Well, there's no
keep
night,
moving
so
around.
we can see far off,
Yeah.
presumably.
So that gives you a
So-
sense of how long the side is.
So did we say it's been 11 hours since we slept? So
Is
we
that 100
decided.
feet? 120.
I don't know. It's a lot.
Well, we have to have a sleep rotation, right?
That's more than I can't see that small.
Christian, you've been quiet. You're focused on something else.
Well, I'm trying to get caught up
Oh, okay.
to where we are. I mean,
Well, there you got it right there. It said 11 hours awake.
yeah. That was at the start of the last session.
Oh, okay. So didn't we sleep at somewhere at some point? I thought we did.
I believe that we did. I will find it.
The side to the east seems twice as long as the side to the south. There seems to be an opening partway down each length.
Week 16 hours. Okay. I saw there.
Oh yeah,
3 hours away from the Zapper. Now we've been awake for 16 hours.
right. Arrived.
'Cause we got
then
lost or something.
We arrived at the Bone Brambles about that time. Yeah.
Oh,
that-
okay. So now we've been awake for 16 hours. So yeah. So we need. Okay.
Yeah, where we left off was the Emporium. We commit, she'll divine whatever it is that we need. Gloin takes her, and the rest of us are to hunker in the center of the Brambles. That's what we said.
Okay.
But
So-
to your point, we can hunker, but we should make sure that folks are getting some modicum of rest, even if it's a short rest, something, while we rotate
And,
patrols. Or
and I would think, for our safety, we should patrol in pairs, not wander around solo.
Right. Agree.
So, is there someone who benefits from a short rest that would want to rest first?
No.
I'm sorry. I was reading a spell. I would benefit from a short rest. Absolutely.
So you rest first.
Okay.
So who's here? We got
3 of you.
3 of us.
Plus Lulu plus Keckler.
Oh. So our pairs includes somebody with
Chuckles.
cat with chuckles.
Yeah, right.
I was trying to think of a way to mitigate him.
And Lulu.
Lulu, she's friendly. Chuckles, he's chaos.
Right.
He's just there to mess with us. Take any plan we have and mess it up.
And laugh.
In the meantime,
So make him stay in the car? No, he'll drive off with it.
yeah. You spin out and break
And
it.
the car won't fit in there, right?
Get it stuck in a ditch.
No.
Okay.
just drive over the Brambles.
Make sure you lock it.
There's lots of ways to kill him. I just don't have a way to hold him. Ooh.
All right.
Yeah.
So we let Noel and somebody else
God bless
rest first
Rest where? In the car?
in the car or in the middle.
Well, originally we said we were gonna. I just said we would hunker in the center, but that doesn't mean we have to.
So maybe we change our rotation too. So we get our sleep, right? How many hours of sleep do we rest? Do we need?
You need 8 hours
8.
to refresh.
For a
So there's
long
3
rest.
of us. If 2 of us were on, right, that's 4 rotations. So if we took 2 hour, right?
So you can get a long rest if you get 8 hours total, even if you split it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't get the benefits until you finish the 8 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think that's a good. At least 2 of us on at all times. One stays wherever we're camped out. The other one runs the patrol. I'm assuming we want to do a patrol.
Patrol with, yeah.
I don't know if I
With-
heard it.
Yeah.
With pairs.
With 2 of us together.
And I would,
Well,
I guess I would advocate that maybe Pan Lemire and Lulu rest first, because Lulu got burned up getting here, trying to keep up with
She was
glowing and all
flying.
that stuff. So
Yep, okay.
I think they should be the first 2 to rest.
And then, so are we just counting on the 3 of us to rotate the patrols, or are we counting on Lulu to be
I don't think we
in
count
a
Lulu.
rotation? Okay.
First, she's an NPC. Second, she's squishy,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but she,
and she can
I-
kind of keep an eye on Chuckles.
And you need short rest is what? An hour? 2?
something like that, an hour, I think typically.
Yeah, short rest is an hour.
It's like you said, if we do 2 hour shifts, you rest first, so you
Yeah.
get the benefit of your short rest.
Right.
And then, so the 2 that are on are just kind of randomly wandering this thing,
Who's on?
and the people who are sleeping in the car.
Ruckus and Martello will be on duty first.
Just the 2 of you? The Lulu and Palamir and Chuckles are going to stay back in the car. Is that what I heard?
You gonna camp out in the
You were
car,
paying
or
attention more. Where am I camping out?
in the
car
car, or
sounds
you
fine.
in the car? You
Car's
stay
as
in the
safe as anywhere else. I
Okay.
guess.
You're pretty distracted, huh, Noel?
Well, I'm trying to figure out Chuckles, man. Chuckles got me worried.
You gonna make him sleep outside?
I don't want.
We don't want to alienate him.
I can lock him up.
How did he even end up here?
He's the.
Why did we bring him?
He's our good faith. From the,
Because
the
you
demon
promised
guy.
the big bad demon dude that you were going to find a way to destroy the demon zapper and come back.
Right.
And he grabbed this guy by the throat and said, "You're going to make sure they do
Go
it."
with him. Oh, okay.
Though he's our chaperone as well.
Okay.
Yeah, he's our shepherd.
So, the horizontal side is twice as long as the vertical side. There's an entryway somewhere down the length of either end, and there's an entryway right here in the corner. Where would you like to go?
Well, I mean,
Do we-
we're standing right here. We can start in from,
Okay.
and then we can either, if you said the horizontal's longer, so maybe we take the vertical on the first go.
You can go south.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is this? Just dirt?
It's hard packed dirt. It's
Dirt and stone.
dirt. Yeah, exactly.
So-
Desert-y dirt.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I'd like to drag an arrow in the dirt or
Sure.
little stones or something
Sure.
to breadcrumb our trail.
Okay.
Hopefully we won't get lost in here.
So, how would you like to do that? Just draw an arrow the direction you went.
Yeah.
You went like this. Good.
Yep.
And of course, as you enter the brambles, you start to hear, "Set us free. Help us."
What's that?
Voices in your head.
Yeah,
Oh, that wasn't you?
it wasn't me.
Swell.
Yeah.
Did you hear that though?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not just me.
Disturbing.
Save us. This way, yes. You're paying attention and something jumps out at you. You continue the bone brambles, right? These almost like coral, right? Living bone around you, and you hear through the openings of the save us, and it seems to be coming from all directions. Yes, go that way.
Yeah, it's a little disturbing if the voices are telling us to go a certain way.
Yes. Treasure this way.
Yeah, whatever. Not falling for that trap.
Save us. Or treasure. You can continue down. It curves.
And again, it's like 20 feet tall, so we can't see over.
Not at all.
We're just sort of
And
in
it's
a,
somewhat dark, as you know,
tunnel.
any light has kind of been blotted out. It's dim in here. Yes, save us this way.
Creepy.
It seems a little louder here.
make another mark in the
And
ground
there-
every once in a while, even if there isn't a choice.
Yeah, all right.
So our friends can find us when we don't come back.
Yes, this way. There seems to be almost a tree worth a tall, twice as tall spire of bone jutting from the coral, like bone structure bramble. Yes, go that way. Yes. Continue. The maze has yet to begin, but you're going the right way. Go, yes. Bella. Wait, no, wait. And you follow the maze through. Oh. I guess your thing got a little sloppy there. Continuing on, the walls seem to have changed a little bit.
That's rude.
And you come to another
Well, we got a
decision
choice.
point.
And I mean, so we're looking at a bird's eye view, but have we kept our sense of direction, or are we just
I don't know about your sense of direction, but you can see what you can see. You can see that if you go straight, although it wraps around, you can easily step here and take a peek and see that it goes down again. But you can see that that different wall type comes again. And
Well, I guess the next
we've been
question is
generally turning left, so you want to keep going more left, or
well, I guess the question is, how long has it taken us to get this far? Because if we're nearing the, whatever hour or 2 hour mark, we might want to.
no, it hasn't been that long.
Okay.
how about
I had 10 minutes,
good?
Then I'd say we would turn to the right.
and that's going cautiously.
right.
And the voices are still saying the same stuff. It's like,
Yes.
is this the middle?
Yeah, her home is right below us there. That's her little enclave.
You
can't
don't
see it.
know that.
I'm asking the
Probably
voices
just
to
smell
see if
it,
they'll
though.
tell us something
Well-
useful.
What are you asking?
Is this the middle?
You're almost where you need to be. Come save us. Come save us.
And if I were inclined to save you, would I be going left or right here?
Come save us.
My inclination is to go to the right and down.
Left,
Okay.
left is only right.
So you start to go this way. And the voices say, treasure's the other way. What you need is the You continue?
Treasure's neat and all, but
It's not why we're here.
yeah, that's not why we're here. I said we could stick going south.
Stick with your gut. Okay. Oh, and marking
Okay.
the dirt where we went.
All right.
Yeah, we're doing the Hansel and Gretel.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy.
But you come to a dead end.
Now, are these bone walls taller or shorter than the exterior bone walls?
Just as tall,
Okay,
thick and sturdy. They're just not. They're not as thick as the other ones.
right.
Yes. Go back. This is not the way.
Well, hang on. Before we just turn around, I want to investigate the dead end. Just
Oh yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
You don't find anything.
okay.
These are
No
not the
sign of
you're looking for.
secret doors or passages.
Yeah,
or
that's what he's
Okay,
asking.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can roll, but there's nothing there.
Or anything under the dirt. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So go back, scrub out the arrow in the dirt, cross it out or something.
Well, maybe just don't get rid of all of it. Let's put an X at the end, like in the vertical
Oh.
near the arrowhead, just so we know that we went this way and there was nothing.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
No dice.
There you go.
Okay.
So we can. That's a reminder that okay, we went this way, but there was nothing.
Okay. So then we could go
Up and
up on the right.
Go back.
The voices want us to go back another
yeah.
step, but I don't care what they want.
Yeah, right. I'm not worried about that right now.
All right.
We're
Let's head.
patrolling. Up and over. We could
Yeah.
go up and to the right, like continue to try to get down by going up and over.
We came to get down. We came to get down.
Jump up and jump and get down.
Which way do you go? Oh,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
one way to go.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. I'll put another arrow. So
Excellent.
not that way. No, go back.
Fly, you fools.
Help us. Help us.
Recalculating.
Tell us something useful.
Go back.
Well, okay, they are telling it. They are trying to tell. Okay. You know, we're pig-headed. We're determined to figure it out for ourselves. Hmm. Well, Fozzie, hang a left at the fork in the road.
Another decision.
That-
It's pretty obvious that's a dead end.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Is it, or is there an opening in there?
You take a few steps to take a peek.
The wall closes.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
no,
No,
nothing
dead
there.
end. Okay. All right. Let's go
To
to
the
that.
left, to the left.
Mm.
Go back. There's nothing for you that way. Go back. Get my tools right.
Yeah, we're not just looking for you. We're patrolling.
Go back. Free us. Free us. Go back. Which way do you go? Which way do you go?
Well, are we trying to get to the middle, or are we trying to get out the other side? I don't know.
I think we're just trying to. I mean, we're just trying to run a patrol
Yeah.
throughout as much of it as we can.
What you need is back. Save us. Free us.
I feel like we should hang left here.
'Cause what-
Because right feels like it's just going to curl us back where we were.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you take those 2 steps, you can see that's a dead end, right? Uh-oh.
Ah, crap.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is a bummer.
Do you want to X this out too?
Yep.
Meanwhile,
Oh.
I got it. Hang on. Come here. Get that window up.
So, before we skip away from here, I would have cast Magic Circle around me sitting
What's up,
in
everybody? Welcome.
Sorry.
me
I don't know
sitting
why it
in the
insists on doing that.
in the vehicle,
I don't know how to turn off the.
and it
YouTube
would
play
keep
the
out
next
all
thing
demons.
thing.
Oh.
It's obnoxious.
It's-
I just wanted to
you
stay
pick a
here,
creature
but-
type,
okay, like Chuckles.
It
like
insists on
Chuckles.
having gear.
You're not gonna let him in the.
No. He gets to sit on the side of it. You can get under the car,
This looks nothing.
take a nap,
Okay.
but you're not getting in.
Still loading. Okay.
Okay. And what happens when one does?
It cannot. I can read it to you.
All right.
You create a 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder of magical energy centered on one point on the ground. So it goes up.
Because it's,
right?
20 feet?
Because it's in
Yeah.
a playlist.
That you can see within range. Glowing runes
Just
appear
read a history
wherever
of
the
it.
cylinders intersect with the floor or other surfaces.
I'm not asking it
Choose one or more of the following types: creatures, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead. So I'll pick fiends. That's even better. The circle affects a creature of the chosen type in the following ways. The creature can't willingly enter the cylinder by non-magical means. If the creature tries to use teleportation or interplanar travel,
All right.
it must first succeed.
All right. So you put
There's
a
more stuff.
anti-fiend dome, and you
Basically.
throw. I picture throwing Dino the dinosaur out. Ow! And he touches. And he goes and sits on the brambles.
Oh.
Perfect. It pulls him right in. So
Who
that'll
should
last
be
an hour.
next? Let's go to the demon zapper. So Olak is while Christiana takes her nap, Olak is working on Minnie, and hours pass, and the two Ralzala and Jeannie are both laying there unconscious but panting in exhaustion. And Olivia finally, lays next to Ralzala and kind of whimpers a little bit over him. And partway through the night, let's see how long.
Nothing interesting happens, and everyone is well rested.
A couple hours into your evening, as you are steadfastly working on Minnie, trying to put them back together, you hear a noise behind you as Olivia comes up and approaches you. And she goes, Olak, do you have any healing?
What kind of healing?
any way to heal Ralzala at all?
Depends how bad he is. I found a good night's rest is oftentimes what you need.
So, and she goes, so
I say this as my eyes are bloodshot.
so my thought is that if with me, you, and Ralzala, with Ralzala awake, we could subdue Genie, and Ralzala has a way of turning him into mist, and we could force him into your chalice. And
That's an idea.
and so I sense you're hesitant, and I have something, and she kind of looks almost ashamedly. Another of the souls that I've absorbed over the years was of an old mage. And I have a picture of an old mage somewhere.
Yeah.
It's not Tolkien. And she turns herself into this old mage.
Where was it of they?
And he looks up to you and, oh, well, where am I? Oh, the old chap. I assume you want to know. About my adventures. I suspect that's why I'm here.
Sure. Yes. Definitely.
Yes. I had formed a party, and we were on a quest. I had formed this group to escort me here to Avernus, and we were going to destroy a magical artifact in a perilous journey into the Volk Diablo. Volcano, the Diablo Volcano. And we were going to this volcano to destroy this magical artifact, and the reward was, the reward was, we would release the spirit within, the great spirit that was inhabiting this weapon, and with this, but by throwing this artifact into the heart of the Volk de Diablo, the magical artifact would be destroyed, the spirit would be released and vanquished, but before the spirit's exile could be complete, the ancient text says that spirit would be required to grant us one wish, as in a wish spell. And that is why I took on such a risky journey. And so, perhaps if you had a magical item with a great spirit in it, you could adventure to the Volk Diablo. And if you threw your magic item into this, you could perhaps earn the reward of that wish.
Magic item with a soul in it? Is that what he said?
Well, so
Like
Olivia,
a genie soul?
Olivia is strongly suggesting that they put the trap this Deo's body in
Chalice.
the chalice, this magical chalice.
Throw said chalice into the volcano.
This is what Olivia is strongly alluding. I don't know the right word. That intimating that you could do this, and this could be. So just go to Vault Diablo and throw your item in, and perhaps you could have this wish.
It's an interesting idea. Why did it not work for you? What went wrong? I'm assuming it went wrong.
My party was not strong enough to defeat the volcano's guardian.
What is the volcano's guardian?
Funny how that happened.
Or who?
It was a demon creature made of the very lava of the volcano.
Cue intro.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing. Ooh. Okay.
But can you
That
imagine?
sounds interesting.
Tell me, adventurer, what would you do if you had a wish for anything you wanted?
Get out of here.
That's a good question. I mean, what are the limits of this wish?
And he just
I can't make anybody follow
he
my
lowers
advice.
his head and shakes it and says, "I cannot be certain. As you can tell, I was not successful, and I did not have the wish for myself."
You know, I mean, you look like a powerful wizard. Surely you've heard stories of what wishes can do.
On its surface, a wish is granted you your every desire. What's one thing of your very desire? I would agree that you should be cautious and be careful what you wish for, but I did not get that far. I was looking for my lost youth, as you might guess, but eternal
You
damnation.
look pretty youthful. What are you? You know,
Yeah.
you're human. You can't be more than older than 200, right?
What year is it? I have lost time. It's hard to say trapped in this vessel that I am.
Yeah, time. It really doesn't matter.
If only that were true.
But, all right. Well, you have presented some very interesting things for me to think on here. Any
And he's starting to transform unless you stop him.
No, I'll let him go.
And it's back
Let
to
him go back to whatever
form that Olivia wants.
horrors.
So we're back to Olivia. And he said, "Hopefully that is enough to persuade you to help us."
This interesting. How much of what he said do you think is true?
And she just shrugs. All I can say, it's his memory. And
Is
she
this
might.
something we have to do now, or can we let Christiana sleep and then do this in the morning?
And she looks right. I do not want the genie to get a full rest.
How tired is Christiana?
Well,
16
she's
hours.
16 hours tired. She might have had a short rest.
So is Olak.
Yeah. Well, you don't go.
Oh,
You,
it doesn't look like she's used any spells.
or he hasn't marked them off.
OS is pretty good about marking off his spells.
Sure.
Isn't he of the type that, like, a short rest gets him?
And no, that's Noel.
That's Noel.
So she'll say, you hear the barred owl?
Yeah.
And there's the owl out there.
It is nighttime. Well, it doesn't really turn into night in Avernus, does it?
She'll say, "But Olak, all I require of you is a little healing. Can you heal my Rosala?"
I think I could manage it.
And
And using my powers of observation,
mm,
how much do I think she is trying to do bad things with this, or is she being? Does she at least seem like she's honest in her? They just want to.
So,
stick to
insight
stick
check.
in the challenge.
You're looking for an insight check.
Yes.
Sure, go for it.
Oh, that's a 17.
Yeah, I mean, she feels like she has a good idea, and she thinks it might work.
Well, yeah. What's life without a little bit of risk?
Mine was.
All right, let me wrap up this, and by wrap it up, I mean just stick what I have back in the bag, because I'm assuming Minnie's still in a million pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And then sure, I'll go flash a cure wounds on what's his name?
Ralzala. Yeah.
Yep.
And I will require of you the chalice.
Yeah. I got it right here.
This is a permanent magic item, right? Not something that's going to disappear in the morning.
No. This is it's a permanent. Here, I can.
No, that's good.
Where is it?
That's all I need.
Chalice of Hero Feast. It's 2.5 pounds of solid white gold encrusted with 3 large color shifting gems. And then I can cast the
Handfuls of
Hero
ice water,
Feast spell with
handful
it.
of ice. And then
Oh, so actually it only has 2 gems left because one of them's been used.
It's fine. And she takes it and she says, I think this will work. So, today, I went to GPT and I plugged in a Deo fighting an adult Oblex. Oh, where'd it go? Aw, did I lose it? It gave me the full... It didn't save it. Oh yeah, it did. Here it is. Using 5th edition rules, simulate a battle between an Elder Oblex and a Deo, which the Deo ends up victorious. Is that correct? Or do I want the Deo victorious? I did a second one, or the one before that. Deo. Yes, the Deo's victorious. So, setting, and now they put it in a cavern deep within the elemental plane of earth. The walls glisten with various precious gems, and there's an unmistakable weight in the air, indicative of the Deo's home, a territory. In one corner, a peculiar slimy mass is seen, the Elder Oblex. The Deo, familiar with its home territory, begins by casting stone shape to create a protective barrier itself and the Elder Oblex, just leaving enough space to peer through and plan its next move. The Elder Oblex, sensing the immediate threat, casts fear on the Deo, but the Deo makes his wisdom saving throw. Using the protective barrier as a vantage point, the Deo casts melds into stone, disappearing into the cavern walls. This makes it temporarily immune to many of the Oblex's attacks. The Elder Oblex, now uncertain of the Deo's position, creates a simulacrum? Simulacrum? All right. Of a previous creature it had absorbed to scout the area. The Deo, now one with the stone, moves through the walls and reappears behind the Elder Oblex, launching a surprise maul attack. The attack connects and dealing significant damage. The Elder Oblex, caught off guard, retaliates with a memory drain on the Deo. The attack connects, causing psychic damage and reducing the Deo's maximum hit points slightly. The Deo, fueled by its elemental rage, casts Move Earth to destabilize the ground beneath the Elder Oblex, trapping it in a makeshift pit. Partially submerged and constrained, the Elder Oblex attempts to climb out, but struggles due to its gelatinous nature. Seizing the moment, the Deo leaps into the pit and engages the Elder Oblex in a direct combat, using its maul to deal consecutive heavy blows. The Elder Oblex, desperate, tries to impersonate a previous entity it had absorbed to distract the Deo, but the Deo is not fooled. The Deo continues its relentless assault on the Elder Oblex, and with a final swing of its maul, it disperses a large portion of the Oblex's form. The Elder Oblex, severely weakened, tries to retreat by slinking into a small crevice, but the Deo's home territory advantage makes it difficult to escape. With precision and determination, the Deo uses, and let's switch this, to he casts his mist, transform to mist spell, and transforms the Elder Oblex into the mist, and at which time the Olivia then consumes that mist with the chalice and seals it with a locking spell, trapping the mist in there, concealing it so it can't get out. The chalice vibrates with the energy of the Elblex, but it seems to be contained. Have you ever played Pokemon? I think of Pokemon as the ball kind of rolls back and forth, and then finally it turns that green and it's trapped. So, I thought that was pretty cool. So now we have the genie trapped in the chalice. And Ralzala and Olivia sit back down. Olivia comes to you and hands you the chalice and says, "This is your reward. I hope that the wish works for you, if that is your desire."
Thank you very much.
And she sits back down and leans against the... I hope your friends are successful and can figure out a way to free Ralzala from his commitment so we can go on with our lives, such as they are. Perhaps if you find a way out of this place, you could see fit to let us free as well.
I will see what I can do. Let's hope there is a way out.
All right. Meanwhile,
Making promises to a whole bunch of different folks.
He said, I'll see what I can do. He was very vague.
meanwhile,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's being really stupid. I'm not happy about it.
Ruth on the back of Grolgark, flying.
Stabs me in the back.
What?
Have some faith, man.
Stabs him in the back.
She takes out her two daggers on either side. No, she doesn't do that.
That's just her boob.
Yeah.
It's very pointy.
She
Disgusting.
You saw the picture?
Yeah, you laugh.
I saw it.
It's cold up there.
she's riding on the back of the dragon, and you feel
No, thank you. Oh my God.
This is so good, but it's so
Just
wrong.
close my eyes.
she
Maybe
whispers in your ear.
if I just close my eyes, maybe the witch will go away.
She goes, "I think we're in danger." Oh, this doesn't sound that nice. I think we're in danger.
From what?
I think you might want to put down over here. And she kind of like pets you.
Who's the good dragon? Who's the good dragon?
She says, "Look."
So I put down where she says and look where.
Look at that spire up there. You see the creatures. And you see on top of 3 dragons.
Oh, great. Can we go around? Or are they already seen us?
I don't think they've seen us yet, but those are the heralds of Tiamat, the death dragons of Tiamat. He's not keen on other dragons in his territory.
No thought he loved all dragons.
Grogark, I'm only trying to help you.
I'm sorry. In case you missed it, that was sarcasm! Not so loud. Okay, so can we stay low and go around?
Let's see if I think I have a picture for you.
I don't want to see a picture. No, God, I don't want to see that.
There's 3 of those? Yikes.
Yeah, against a young gold dragon. Guess who's going to die?
The one on top is particularly large, and there's 2 smaller ones with it.
Well, even the small ones are probably young, my size.
Probably.
Easily.
Yes.
We need to stay low.
They're looking for a dragon.
How do you know they're looking for a dragon? Or do they always look for dragons?
That's what their job is. They're heralds of Tiamat, ridding the land of trespassers.
And yet Tiamat was going to come to Earth through that portal and be the king of all dragons. So he just doesn't like them down here?
All dragons should kneel fealty to Tiamat, the queen, the god of all dragons.
I don't think so.
Well, I sense that about you. Yes, please. Let's quietly go the other way.
Okay. Let's go the other way then.
You slink across the ground. And you go
Rocks fall.
until they're not there anymore, and you continue to fly. So you no.
What?
What do you do? You tell me.
Am I out of their sight?
You are out of their sight.
Is there mountains or rocks or something?
There's
between
rocks.
us?
They can't see you from where you're at.
So I fly low.
Okay. You're just going to continue to fly low.
Yeah.
Okay. So at some that's good. That's good. But at some point, she says, they can fly again. They're in the air.
Okay, down.
Yeah. So you go down on the ground, but you're in wide open space. What are you going to do?
Aren't
So
these rocks aren't
Well,
very
you've moved on.
they're in the air now,
Yeah.
and so they're in bird's eye view.
Well, I want to be up against. Aren't I flying next to some rocks for cover?
So
And
so
I see rocks there.
well, you're flying through the rocks, and it says it's in the air. They're behind us, and you dive for the ground.
Yeah.
You land on the ground, and she says,
And I change from a dragon to going.
and so she's from straddling you to on your back.
That's fine. I'm a dwarf. I can carry great weights. Although I don't imagine she's
Even if they're
very.
pointy?
Yeah, they say she looked.
I don't imagine she's very heavy.
Yeah.
No, she's a $120 wet.
Bag of bones.
Oh. And she well, this is a bit of a surprise. Hey guys, she in her raspy voice, right? Well, you're a sturdy young man, aren't you?
Sure.
Show me your hands. And she grabs it and she starts kind of feeling your fingers. Your hands are so thick and mighty. You've seen so strong. You've seen many battles, haven't you? And she kind of gets down on one knee in your face. You're a handsome lad, aren't you? And she shakes her head. Alas, we have a spa day to get to. Shall we continue on foot, or would you... And you walk for 10 minutes, and the dragons seem to go out of sight. And she goes, I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. If you want to. Continue to walk or fly.
continue to walk for another 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah. And after the 10, 15 minutes, you still see no sign, and you're probably an hour into this journey anyway, right? And you still see no sign of those dragons that were flying in a 3 formation, 1 large, 2 smaller.
Yeah, I'll transform back into Grogart.
Okay.
Although it might be, actually, they may be able to sense dragons. I wouldn't be surprised. It is their domain.
It's a risk you're taking.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, so
let's get it out.
not further. So, and she goes, shouldn't be much longer now. And she like, see the clouds there, that storm surrounds the wandering Emporium.
Okay.
We make our way through the clouds, and in the center we should find their caravan.
Okay.
So you fly, maybe you fly up and over or through the clouds.
Are there like lightning?
I mean, yeah.
There is?
Yeah, there's electrical storm in the clouds itself. And so you probably fly over and in.
Yeah.
Right? You fly over and in. And still, as you get beyond it, it's like a ring of clouds. And you get inside the clouds, and it's like there's no rain, no weather.
Eye of the storm. Or
The
eye of
eye-
the hurricane, right?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, kind of like that. So as you come down and you land outside the gates, and she goes, you may not want to enter the Wandering Emporium as a dragon.
I don't want
Tiamat's-
to enter the Wandering Emporium as anything.
Tiamat's spies are everywhere.
As soon as I hit the ground, I'm transforming back to glowing.
All right.
And glowing needs rest. So I'm going to rest while she's in there.
So, just come with me. There's safe. It's safe in the Emporium. Out here, anything could happen to you as you rest.
Oh, God, I'm going to regret this. Sure.
So you see the Wandering Emporium is literally a circle of the war machines surrounding a group of tents. And there's a big sign in the opening that actually says, Wandering Emporium. And so somewhere behind a rock where no one can see you, transform from Grolgark into Gloin. And she leads you in, convinces you not to stay outside amongst heaven knows what, or hell knows what, Asmodeus knows what. And you come in and you see, sitting in front of a tent, Mahadi. There, she goes, there's Mahadi, the owner of the Wandering Emporium. Let's go say hi, shall we? Sensing your hesitation, she grabs your elbow. Come now, don't be shy. Darling. Mahadi! And he goes, is that you? Red Ruth, it's been so long. And he comes up and goes up to her and gives her a kiss on each cheek. And looks down at you and says, who's this fine fellow?
My name is Glowing.
Well, Ruth, hello. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. And he gives you a handshake. And so, Red Ruth, your suitors are more handsome than ever. Oh, you flatter me. What brings you to our town? Oh, I'm in search of a spa day, and you do such the best. And he goes, well, of course, come. And he says, we have Cortessa here, and Mahalo. They are at your disposal. Whatever you our standard arrangement, I assume. And she pulls up some purse and, of course, here's one for me and one for my friend as well. Gives him 2 soul coins. Yes, this will do nicely. Please, come in.
I'd rather have the soul coin.
and they lead you. The Mahala takes her arm, and Cortessa
Well, when in Rome.
takes your arm, and they lead you into a tent full of pillows.
Mahadi, you're hottie. They're hottie. Our hottie.
And Mahalo says, "And how could we serve you tonight?"
I'd like rest. I'm tired.
And Ruth says, "Yes, there's plenty of time for that. First, let's get our bath. Once we're clean, we can rest up with our pillows in the comfort and the arms of these fine young specimens." And they start to undo your armor. And there's a nice big wooden tub with rocks in it, warm, just slightly steam rising off of it. And you're almost powerless to resist.
You've been flying all day. Your arms have got to be really tired.
Oh, really tired.
It's sore.
Oh, a nice hot bath in the middle of hell and all this heat. Could you make it a cold shower? Oh, well, whatever.
And
It
she
should be
just,
very relaxing.
So Cortessa says, "I can make it a little cooler." And she goes right in your ear.
Oh, God.
Does that help?
No.
Shiver me timbers.
As she disrobes you and Red Ruth, and you crawl, and Red Ruth just kind of hops in and grabs your hand and pulls you in. And they both
Face plant.
they both kind of laugh, and
Oh. Yeah, that feels good.
but Red Ruth kind of makes her way over next to you and kind of snuggles into you. Isn't this nice?
I'm going to go to sleep now.
Mohola, dear, do you have a cup of tea? Why, yes, mistress. And he goes, fetches a cup of tea.
Well, hello, the pool boy. Okay, I'm catching up.
Where you been? Yeah. Sorry.
And you're in the middle of this tent, and after a bit, as you're relaxing, Mahadi pokes his head in and he says, "Esteemed guests, I hope everything is to your liking. There are some further guests approaching, and I would suggest that maybe you put on your attire and retreat to one of our extra dimensional spaces. It would be for your own safety."
They actually followed us here.
Please proceed to the nearest take cover dimension.
I think that's basically
Yellow strobe.
Yeah.
And let's from somewhere beyond maybe you caught a glimpse as the tent went open and closed, and you would see. How about this?
Yeah, please proceed to your nearest alternate dimension.
Yeah.
Or parallel universe.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh, okay.
Gotta go by.
Two of them are correct, more correct than the third. As
Someone asked if you're a dragon. You say yes.
I went with.
It's your standard 3-party Death Knights.
Yeah,
We got
when
this
they're- when
guy.
They're crashing the party. You find the rear exit.
What'd we call them?
Soul Eaters. Oh, no.
They're Death Knights, according to this title.
Oh, Death Knights.
This
Stealing
guy.
an awful lot
Oh,
from magic,
no,
aren't we?
No, it's just Kiss. They're the opening act.
And then.
Just your
this
basic
one?
demons.
Oh, yeah, this one.
Whoa.
Definitely looks like-
Hello, undead nurse.
Yeah, right.
And Mahdi says, "We've got them stonewalled, but I don't know how long it'll be before they will make their way in here. I suggest you If you would just proceed through this.
Yeah. You don't have to persuade me. I'm going. Let's get out of here.
Butt naked, you swoop up your stuff.
Yeah.
And you and the courtesans usher you into another room, and it's they open the curtain, and it seems to be a wall, but you step through into it. Now you're familiar with the ruckus lamp. It's air quote exactly the same. All right, it's just another room.
And then another one shows up.
Yeah.
and so the Ruth will come up to you and says, and as she runs her hand through your hair, says, "We'll be fine as long as we're in here together."
I know what Ruckus would say.
Yeah, I know what Ruckus would say.
Okay.
Ruckus would say, Cordelia should come with us so we don't get lost.
Meanwhile, back at the Demon Zapper.
Meanwhile,
Not Demon Zapper. I don't want to go there. Meanwhile, back at the Brambles. Activate.
My magic circle only lasts 1 hour.
Okay, well, I know we did those other encounters and they probably took an hour similar, but we're back to these guys. Wherever they
What I
are,
could do.
as they're lost.
Nice. Another good
friends.
choice.
So you had come around the corner and you'd found another dead end. So you're back to here. Not that way. Go back. Go back from where you came.
Well, yeah, we walked quite a ways to find this dead end, so now we got to backtrack quite a bit to go back find another
well, you
choice.
haven't gone that way yet. North.
I thought we. Oh, is that a way or is it? Oh, you're right. That was a choice we didn't take. Okay.
Might be another dead end, but hey,
Road less traveled.
I should have told you after I flown over it that they're all dead ends. But okay, I'll let you find out for yourself.
Thanks.
You're welcome. There is no way into the center.
Or is there?
Oh, there is a way into the center. My bad. It's a maze.
There's also that one.
You come to the center and there's finally a chamber that's full of bones.
That don't whisper to you.
And the bone says, "There's nothing for you in there.
They're dead.
Leave that place. Save us. Great treasure."
Hang on. Now, again, I mean, this is Red.
Piles of bones.
Yeah, and even if there was something valuable in there, it would belong to Red Ruth, so we're not going to take it.
Right.
So, well, this all looks horrible.
Yeah. So we need to keep. Well, gee, are we stuck? Well, we can reverse our
Another
route.
dead end, so we got to go back.
There's nothing here. for
There's
you.
there's like peek around, like okay, there's
Yeah,
no further.
so what you do see is stuff you would expect an old hag to have, a witch would have. There's probably a chemistry. Maybe it's almost maybe it's not even something you can comprehend how she's doing this compass. There's not like a table that has a chemistry set on it, but there's these little skulls full of fluids of different colors. Right? There's piles of dead insects here and there, and different creatures. Yeah. Hey, thanks.
It's a concrete crate, in case anyone's interested. It is sweet enough for a change.
Hanging from the walls, there's these strings full of bones just kind of dangling. There's probably a little fire pit with a little makeshift cauldron over the top. What do you do?
Take a long rest.
Oh, you're getting your long rest.
So the bones are just like bones hanging straight down.
Yeah,
on
on strings, kind of. It goes down a little. It's tied with a little piece of twine, and it hangs down a little bit. It's
Oh, like wind chimes.
kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing really here of value. And again, we're not going to steal from someone who's
No,
supposed to help us.
I might go like
And it
Tingle
kind of gives you
wind
that
chimes.
really weird type of chime.
Sort of clink.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, backtrack.
I told you. We told you. There's nothing here for you. Come back.
Don't be a nag. Be there when we get there.
That's right.
Where are you going?
Let's go back.
How far back? Where do you want to go? I mean, all the way back?
Well, we-
There was a couple paths. So as you go back,
last time we had
a choice was up here, I think. All right.
that.
Nope.
Yeah, keep going.
Did we miss a turn?
No.
No, we did miss a turn.
Yeah, that one in the middle.
This spot.
Yep.
Guys are leaving.
Well, we backtracked back to another choice.
Go there. A little reward.
Maybe just listen to the voices so they'll shut up.
A little reward for you if you just go down that path. A little something.
Okay.
Adventure waits.
And you find a body, decayed. Yes, on him. There's a little something for you. Maybe you will trust us. Save us. Gift for you. Maybe you'll save us. Save us. Free us. What do you do?
It's a humanoid body. that
Humanoid
is-
body, but his hands, the flesh is decayed off. It's nothing but skull, nothing but bones underneath a armor that is long since been rusted away. Not entirely, but it's old and decrepit. It's cloth, it's bags, sacks lay next to him. A weapon, there's probably a sword, a shield, let's say. Sword and shield on the ground.
But it's also like rusty.
It all
and
seems
stuff.
old, very old.
And
Yes, for you.
where in the bag? In his pockets?
Go look. Go find.
Do you,
Nice.
do you have a stick or a sword or something that you can poke it from a distance?
Oh,
Do I have something like that?
let's
I
see.
don't know that I do.
Maybe you're not there.
We're going to be down 2 members here pretty quick. So what are we going to do next?
Hey, I'm the one that's there all alone.
I mean, a torch or a dagger is about all I have that I could
Yeah, I think I
poke it.
No, I've got. Let's see. What's this do?
We'll go into the Brambles and break off a.
I mean, I've got a light hammer that I could either use the head and move the handle, or you hold the handle and push stuff around with the head of it. I don't necessarily have anything that's stick-like. I mean, I have a torch, but
Oh, okay. I'll poke around him with a torch.
Yeah,
Not
so
lit.
yeah, and not lit. It's like a 2-foot stick, right?
Yeah.
And you just poke at him, and its head just goes.
Okay, but they're telling us there's something valuable here.
Yes, that's something you might like.
What am I looking for?
The bag.
It's in the bag.
So amongst his stuff,
what's in the box?
everything seems as you poke around, and most of the most of the fabrics have all decayed and are very weak, except for the bag, which
So-
seems somewhat firm and sturdy and undecayed.
Okay. So I'm.
Looking for the bag.
Do I have a picture of the bag?
She kind of looks like the Joker's girlfriend.
Oh,
Harley Quinn.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, let's give her a
I
little
was
splash
thinking
of
of
color.
Elvira in reverse, like a negative version of Elvira,
Yeah, negative.
Oh, Virus got bigger boobs. So.
for sure.
What does she have?
Oh, it's an REI backpack. That's nice.
See,
That's what it looks like. Right there.
With a face on it.
apparently looks like a bag of
Bird or something, like an Indian sort of artifact.
So yeah, it looks somewhat like that. Except for in this one, the face is has teeth and more growling.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
there
that's
you
what
go. There you go.
That's what it looks like.
So can we poking at it, get the latch open, and
You touch it, those teeth come
No,
just like the book in
that mean that-
Harry Potter.
yeah,
Yeah, go ahead, put your fingers on it.
There you go.
with the torch,
That's what it looks like.
poking at it,
You poke at it,
trying to get it open with poking at it with the torch.
flops open.
Okay. Anything in it?
You look at it. It looks black and dark inside.
Take the torch.
Disappears in it.
Hey, reach in there and see if you can find my torch.
get my hand nipped off. I think not.
You drop the torch in there.
I could use
You
my
might
finger.
need that torch at this place on
I'd
fire.
suggest your pinky.
Yeah, you can live without your pinky, unless it drags the whole wolf you in.
You say that.
So, hang on. Wait.
Does the bag not please you? I thought since it didn't decay like the rest of them, it might be special.
Okay. I will bonus action into wear shark form
Mm-hmm.
and then stick my hand in there.
When part of a living creature is placed in the bag, as happens when someone reaches inside, there's a 50% chance that that creature is pulled inside the bag.
Crap.
Well,
All
you're not gonna be a
right.
shark anymore.
Odds or evens?
You call it.
Odds. I'm okay. Evens, I get sucked
Odds,
in.
you're okay.
Odd.
You're okay. Yeah, I mean, you feel the tug on your arm, and you wrestle, and you pull it out, and you feel like you could have been, your whole body, you even in the shark form, could have been sucked into the bag.
Not a bag of holding.
A bag of suck.
You've reached into a bag of holding. before,
Maybe.
so that was not.
Yeah.
It's truly a bag of holding.
Could be valuable.
Okay. Well,
And it could be advantageous.
Did
if
you
we're
find
gonna-
anything when you put your hand in there to take out?
did I feel anything while my hand was getting sucked in the vacuum?
Like your torch?
Yeah, right. He's checking.
No, you didn't feel anything in there.
Okay.
Well, no, I will change that. You did feel the torch in there. Yeah, you reached it.
Did I pull it?
But did you pull it back out? I think you were more concerned
worried about
about
your right
hand out.
getting your hand out.
Fin,
Okay.
hand.
Torso.
You're gonna be like Nemo.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Call him right.
I mean, I guess we can. When Red Ruth comes back, we can ask her if she minds if we keep this.
Right.
Don't want to steal stuff from her.
Right.
But this isn't.
You see,
Was just sitting here. It wasn't like it was.
trust us.
Do you think Red Ruth would let us keep this, Or is it hers?
It's not hers. I don't see why not. We don't see why not. Save us. Set us free. There's more if you want it.
And how are we going to set you free?
Come this way. Come this way.
Is there more this way? I thought we were in a dead end.
You are. And the voices are leading you in a direction. Do you follow them?
Well, we kind of have to backtrack anyway, right? We're in a dead end.
So I guess a question is, maybe your hour is up, 2 hours are up. Do you want to continue with the two of you? Do you eventually you come to a spot? Let's see. Come on now. As you work your way out, I don't think you had any other choices. Yes. So,
So
you must go from where you came. We will lead you.
okay, so we have to go back the way we came. All right.
Let someone else have a turn.
Yeah. Well,
I'm tired of all this walking.
so you want to rest now?
If we've reached the true time based
Yeah,
on what we
Sure. A couple hours have passed.
Yeah.
As you spent time investigating and
saw,
poking around.
backtracking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you
Well, I
take your
mean,
rest, and
You and
Noel and I are gonna
yeah, I mean that's an
patrol.
option.
Come get me.
Yep.
And as you leave, you finally come out.
Should bring Spanky with us to be sacrificial.
Well, you know that you're supposed to return him.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
You're actually planning on going back.
Well, his master told him to make sure we came back.
How do you think his master would feel when he doesn't come back?
Well, he's been throwing them in at Hawk to the Zapper.
So, Paneler, you go out. Who's going in? Martello?
Yeah.
Do you want magic circle?
Yeah, anything that'll
You have to concentrate.
Let's see. I don't know.
If you did, then you didn't get much rest.
That's a good question.
It's normally something where if you had a concentration spell, it would drop when you fell asleep, right?
No concentration.
Nice. So you put up another anti-demon zone. Ow, guys!
Anti-fiend.
Anti-fiend zone. All right, and the voice. So Ruckus, you lead him into the and
Yeah, is Chuckles coming with us?
No.
No? Okay.
Just leave him out of this.
Okay.
Less chaos, the better.
Okay.
and he goes, find the other entrance. The voices say, and so Panler, you would hear the voices as well now.
Is this the voices you were just telling me about?
Mm-hmm.
Do you show him the bag?
Yeah, we found this bag of sucking.
So the bag sucks.
When you put your hand in, it tries to pull you in. Wait, we're going this way?
Yes.
That's around the outside.
It's telling us
isn't
to
it?
go to the other one.
Find a different path. A different path is the way.
Well, it actually, yeah, when we didn't listen to the voices, we just ran into dead ends. When we listened to the
Well,
voices, they took us to
Not
this path.
entirely.
No.
You found your destination when you didn't listen to the voices. You found
The
your
bones was where we were trying to get to?
Where we were supposed to get.
You wanted to get to the middle, right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's just a pile of bones, huh?
Yep. Well, and she had some
sort of
wind
laboratory?
chimes and some kind of chemistry stuff going on, yeah.
And you come to another entrance into the bones. It says, yes, go in there. Yes.
So make a mark and get on in.
As we're walking, we don't see anything on the horizon or anything like that, right?
You can can see up ahead that the path curves and splits off.
Yes, go that way. Be warned, there is danger ahead. But I'm sure you can handle it for the reward. What you need is up there, but there is danger. Beware of the brambles.
And I'm still in shark form. I never
Oh well, you didn't say that.
I never dropped it.
Okay, doesn't matter. You're okay. You're in
It's a
charge.
bonus action. I could
Yeah,
do it
yeah.
as well.
Well, then you can go first.
And again, you can see these tall.
Does my spear have anything to say?
Does your spear have anything to say? No, I mean, you. What do you ask the spear?
I'm not asking it anything.
It's on alert, but it doesn't. It's not saying anything to you. You
Okay.
could ask it questions.
Sure.
And as you look down, to go down maybe to the south, the voice is saying, "No,
Go straight, but beware. Be ready.
Okay.
Why haven't you freed yourself?
We are trapped. Please save us.
How are you trapped?
We are trapped. Please save us. What you need is ahead. Beware. Be cautious.
So I need a head.
What is ahead?
You just said
Ha,
a
ha,
head.
snicker, snicker.
Oh, you must be the father. Your children must love you.
You're punny.
Careful, careful.
Spartacus.
Up ahead. Up ahead. The brambles are dangerous.
Why am I first?
that's just the way I had it."
No. Just notation, he's in front. The spear's out of. Defeating
he's in
the
front.
warning.
In shark form.
Peek around the corner and you will see. Keep your distance.
Okay.
You look around the corner and you see a thicker bush, which looks like thicker, but you can see the sticks aren't made of wood. They're made more of bony fingers, long arms and bony fingers, and they're kind of moving and thrashing. And the voice say, "Look hard."
There's something in there, in amongst the
Careful.
thorns.
What you need is in there.
Is that a shovel? A hammer?
Is that better or worse?
That's about the same for me,
Yeah.
but
Yes, in there.
and those are like moving thorns of bony.
Fingers.
Fingers?
You would call them a briar patch, but it's made out of bone.
You're impervious, though, right? You can just walk right in.
True. I'm impervious, but it might still be able to ensnare me.
Or depending on the type of damage it does.
Well, yeah, I guess if it's. Oh, I'm only impervious to non-magical stuff, I think.
Oh, it's not magical. Ask. He'll tell you if it's magical.
It's fingers that are moving. Where's the?
You never know. It could be magic fingers. It could be a massage.
Oh, okay.
Magic fingers.
You're having your own version of magic fingers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to sleep. They're gonna put me to sleep. I'm pretty close.
So, all right.
Oh, you're getting your. Yeah, you'll get your long rest if you want it.
I'm resting right now, aren't I?
Yes, I'll say yes, more or less.
Oh. I need a close-up picture of the girl.
Red Ruth.
No.
The other one.
All right.
The courtesan. Courtney. Cortessa.
I'm gonna chuck a firebolt at the bramble.
Mm-hmm.
What does the hammer look like it's made of?
dark ebony, dark. It's hard to see through the stuff. I mean, all this should really be behind it.
Yeah. Okay.
There, I mean,
All right.
it's really covered up, but you can see through the bony patch.
Yep.
The fireball goes in, and but the bones are unaffected.
Oh. Okay.
They continue to move. They don't. They're moving whether they're
Unaffected.
stimulated or not.
How
And
about,
the flames kind of go off. There's nothing flammable about it.
Okay. How about a little electricity, Scarecrow? How about shocking grasp?
So you're gonna go up and grab one.
I
Well,
don't think you have
I
to.
can use a sorcery point to do it from a distance.
Uh,
Blink.
and the electricity runs through it, and they kind of all straighten for a second. They fall limp, and then they start to come alive again,
Wow.
as if they're drawing their energy from somewhere below. Their roots.
Interesting. I could try that.
What do you want to try?
I had dispel magic, unless you got something else you want.
I think that could work, but the problem is it might work on.
Where's Panlamir during all this?
I'm still right where I am.
So you don't see any of it then.
Well, I might if he's moved to where the shark is, then
so-
I might move to where he was, so
So
I can at least see
come down
kind
here.
of what he's working on. I don't want to be so close that I.
Seize the hammer. And you can see
Seize this, August. Yeah.
the hammer's what we need. What you need. Free us.
So she told us to protect the Brambles. I don't know if freeing the spirits of the Brambles is what she had in mind.
Right. For all we know, she's the one that trapped them there. Right.
And tell me, voices, what will I do with this hammer once I get it?
Free us.
How?
Free us with the hammer.
When they say free us with a hammer.
I could try to
Yeah.
attack it.
Maybe Red Ruth locked away this stuff for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could try to diminish it.
Well, we could just keep patrolling around and just take stock of where stuff is. And
If we end up killing Red Ruth, then we already did.
I don't know if we're gonna
There
kill
you
her,
go.
but we could ask her if it's important. Or if she put it there for a reason.
I think that's a great idea.
I don't know. I don't want
I
to
think
just
you should
blind
just
do
walk
what
up and
these
grab it.
voices tell us. What'd you say?
You would go up and grab it.
Just because it's pretty.
What would Ruckus do?
Exactly.
Is he really this contemplative?
Well, some of his choices have gotten him into trouble in the past, so
You've always gotten out of it.
okay. Was it second? Or was it second or third? I guess maybe I got it third.
I will stay in reserve until he actually tries to go grab it, and then I may have something to do. I just
Third level dispel magic. Any spell third level or lower ends for each spell fourth level or higher. Make an ability check. Yada yada yada.
It's not magic.
No, didn't do anything.
I mean, it's from all you could tell, it's like an undead plant.
Okay.
Animated bush of bone.
All right. So I will
You're marking off all these spells, right?
Yeah. So I'll walk up, and not gonna get too close.
Well, how close do you get? You're 5 feet away. You're
Okay.
more than 5. You're just feeling like you're out of a standard reach.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's what I'm wondering. So if I reach out towards it, does it reach back?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It senses your presence, and you can feel like it's agitated. The matter of fact, it's moving more than it was when you first got here.
Yeah.
It's like sensing it's time to feed.
Yeah. No.
Seize the hammer and free us.
Unless you got some great idea how to freeze this thing or get rid of it, I just
I mean, we
assume
could
leave
just
it.
try to damage it, and then grab
I
it.
did. Did you see me? I
Well,
hit it with electricity.
fire-
and
It stunned
fire
it.
did
It
nothing.
stunned it for a second. All right,
The electricity did.
Yeah.
Well, it's time to reach in there.
that's all you got. Or we could just do what you suggested and wait. And if is anybody in desperate need of a powerful magic weapon?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. This is not our quest. This is just
But-
what a bunch of disembodied voices are telling us to do.
So we're not going to do this. I tell the voices.
Seize the hammer. Powerful weapon. Free us.
Why? You haven't asked why yet.
Why should we free you?
They just say,
We are stuck here, captured here. Can't get out. Free us.
I don't care.
Are you the hammer?
We are not the hammer, and the hammer will free us.
Thought it might be a
And-
cursed weapon.
Yeah. And then. Yeah. What?
Protect the brambles, not
We
loot
led
the
you to the
brambles.
bag.
Yeah.
We lead you to the hammer.
You led me to the bag that almost killed me. You led me to a bag that tried to
we led
eat
you
me.
to a magical bag that is extremely valuable.
That tried to eat me.
Okay. Throw it back then if you don't want it. If you don't think it has value, if it's too dangerous.
No, I don't know. It could be it could be handy.
It could be
I don't think-
useful,
I don't think it's worth getting rid of.
But it's not even
You-
ours anyways.
Do you want to? So we could try. I shock it again, and you grab it real quick before they start moving again. Or
But they said to you,
Wait.
big scaredy shark.
Hey, here's an idea. Use the bag.
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't know. 50% chance of working or not.
Yeah, but this you can look down and you can see this is growing from the ground. So I don't know what it would. How do you?
I don't have anything it can do to the earth.
all right,
I could try to drain life of it, but it sounds like it's
are you
Undead.
reasonably strong? Actually, I'm pretty strong.
not weak.
You're super strong. What are you talking about?
All right, is there something in the wall or something I can tie a rope to?
I mean, when you look at the wall, you can see.
Yeah, I could summon a demon, and they could try to get it.
Told you we should have brought Spanky.
Yeah, right.
Thrown him
Throw
in there.
Chuckles in there. Hey, Chuckles!
All right, tie a rope around my waist. Hand him the other end.
Yeah.
That's all Dave does is talk us into crazy stuff.
Tempt you. Hopefully.
I say go for it.
All right, you got hold of the rope
Brace.
Yeah.
for when it.
So you lean back, keeping it taut, giving him just enough.
I might even ask my spear before he commits to moving in there. Do you know what this is?
Yeah.
The spear should be able to see through and hear through me.
Yeah, and there's really no response, as if he doesn't know anything about
Or
this.
doesn't care.
Yeah.
Probably
Doesn't
why.
care to
Alright.
share with you what it knows about
Right.
this item.
All right.
It has its own set of goals.
Then I will push my way in there and grab the
Yeah.
hammer with my jaw.
As you
Here's an idea. I will cast synaptic static on it. On the branches.
Uh-huh.
So psychic energy explodes there. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point has to make an intelligence saving throw unless it has a score of 2 or lower, and then it won't be affected. On that fail, it takes 8d6, but then it becomes confused. And that's the part that I wanted for you.
If it has intelligence, I suppose.
There's only one way to
Worth
find
a,
out.
worth a shot. Yeah.
Let's roll for it. Intelligence.
So
This has
18.
got to
It's got to beat 18.
be at 18.
Yep.
All right. You cast the spell.
No.
It fails its thing. They seem to be no longer reaching out toward Ruckus, but they seem to be frantically just feeling all over the place as if they've been blinded.
All right. I go in and chomp on the hammer with my jaw.
You reach down and
Takes 26 points of damage. Sorry.
yeah, how much?
26.
Yeah, so many of them kind of collapse in like a wilting form. Not really dead, but you know when you have those rib things that kind of and then they kind of go fall down. And you chomp the hammer, and you can feel, although you did 26 points of damage, it's like 26 different one of these just fell down. There's other ones though, the ones that happen to not have died but are still there, and in their confusion touch your body. They start to cling to you and try to grasp.
And I do shocking grasp again.
And you do with the thing in your mouth. You can't do it. Can you? Does it?
Oh.
Does it have a verbal component?
That's a good point.
Oh,
Let's check.
Where is that one?
You start to remember of shocking grasp and realize
Yeah, it does have a verbal.
that it doesn't do it as so many of them have been weakened that you pull yourself away. You can feel the fingertips kind of pulling off of you as they scratch at your leather shark skin. You pull away.
I'm going to do it one more time.
And you feel lucky to have gotten out so easily. If I can get. You grasp this hammer in your mouth. The hard wood of the handle seems to be extra dense and firm in your teeth. The hammer, the head of the hammer, the black, almost stone-like head. You can sense the magic pulsing through it.
Cool.
Yes, the voices say. Now free us. Come to us. Come here.
Don't tell
This
me
way.
anything.
This way.
Well, there's no other way to go other than the way we came in, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would ask my spear, do you know this hammer?
And no response. It doesn't know. No response. Warhammer. And so you keep it in your mouth,
I know. I would hold. Now that I have it, I hold it in my hands.
and you can almost sense the power of the hammer. I did have a picture.
Well, that picture was good enough unless you have
It was pretty good. Yeah. Something like that.
Looks like Odin's Thor's hammer.
except evil.
For the skulls on it, yeah.
The skull and
Bones.
vertebrae.
Come free us. This way. And you make your way out.
You know, we want to check out what's to the south.
Yeah. Well, do you?
What do they say?
I don't know. I'm not just gonna keep blindly following them. We're supposed to be patrolling this place.
Fair enough.
All right. You go south.
Sure. Let's be independent.
Yes,
together.
here, they say.
Oh, this is the way they want us to
Yes,
go?
here, this is the way.
As you stand before one of these tall trees, it says,
Now, destroy the wall.
No, not so much.
Yeah, no.
Destroy the wall now.
Red Ruth told us not to harm.
Destroy the
Brambles.
wall now and free us. We gave you the hammer.
Yes, you.
Yeah, that was
did.
nice of you.
all right.
Keep walking.
You keep walking away.
Walking through the perimeter. Yeah, walking forward.
All right.
All right, and keeping an eye on the walls, make sure they don't move. Or
And as you come into this corner, you hear it again. Well, actually, as you start to walk away, I need you both to make a Constitution saving throw.
21.
hold on a second. Ten.
Yeah, as you feel the screeching of psychic energy pulsing through your head. So, you take 10 points of psychic damage, you take 5. And as you walk away, the pain becomes a little bit less until you get to this corner. And he says,
Now, destroy this wall. Destroy this bone. And free us now.
Nope.
okay, do another save.
Not interested. 17.
19.
This time it seems like it was a little bit more intense. You, Panlamir, what'd you roll?
19.
Okay. You both take 9 points of psychic damage. You walk away and the voices kind of subside. The psychic energy of it seems less intense. You still hear the voices say,
Free us now.
keep going. As your head is, you come
I
to a
am
path.
not liking this, dude. I don't want to keep doing this if this is going to keep happening.
Which way do you go? Which way do you go?
Left is correct.
This way? This way? Is that left?
Map left or our left?
I was thinking from the position we're in, so left would be that way. Southeast. If the map is north. And I would ask him, I would ask you, if, how's the hammer feel? You still feel okay from that?
Yeah, I got some kind of a painful blast from those trees when they wanted us to just
You both
bust them
did.
open, but
Frankly, anything that's being protected like that, it looks so ominous.
we were
I
supposed to
don't
be
know.
protecting these brambles, not breaking them.
No, I don't want you to use
Set us
it. I'm worried that
free.
it's going to do something to you.
Come. Set us free.
Which way do you go?
Another left.
Up?
Oh, sure, yeah, left.
Yeah, because we just want to keep an eye out. If we see any more of those big trees, we don't want to get close to them.
Oh, it comes to a dead end. Oh, but at the end,
Oh, there's a tree. Oh, what's that?
you come around the corner, and you see this tree. But it has a skull, and its eyes are, although skeletal, are somewhat sad. I got a picture of this too. And it looks something like this. Come on. Half morphed into the coral-like wall, a tree made of bone.
Is it moving?
It's seemingly not moving.
Okay.
Important thing is it's not moving.
And
Let's
it's
just,
not, it's a dead end.
let's
But
just leave.
yeah,
And you back away very slowly.
I'm starting to think Ruby's maybe not as bad as we think.
She told us to protect and not damage these things. I think she's got
Yes.
nasty things trapped in these brambles. And we can talk to her when she gets back. Maybe we should. She might want to throw the hammer back where it was protected.
You want me to put an X here? What do you want to put here?
Yeah, an X. Very X. Very no.
Maybe a skull.
Yeah.
That's a no for me.
Extra no, yeah.
Very much hurt.
As you come down, you approach, you see another one of those trees. The voices get loud. The second energy.
No.
Yeah,
Turn around.
but you're too late.
Oh, crap.
Free us now! We gave you the hammer. We virtually gave you the hammer. We led you right to it. You have the power to free us. Free us now! Constitution saving throws.
No thanks, gave it the office.
But this time it was even more intense.
20 unnatural.
12.
So you take 12, you take 24 points of psychic damage.
Would you believe inspiration?
Yeah, well, if you have it.
24.
This isn't funny anymore.
Do you stop or do you push through to go to the other side?
No, I'm turning around.
But have you gotten yourself to a point where you're trapped in here? Because every time you, if you go back along the path you've just come, you're hitting more psychic.
Yeah. You haven't seen any other path. One way or the other, you're going to have to pass them.
I thought we saw one that kind of looked like maybe.
Oh, well, maybe you go south. Yeah, you go south. We don't know where that goes yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's at least look.
Do you want to mark this path? We went this way.
Yeah.
How would you like to mark that?
Nasty tree.
No, the next tree was up here.
There.
Yeah, that's the exclamation point.
No, yeah, but there was another tree that we just ran into here.
Well, the trees are everywhere.
But there,
Well,
there's
Yeah.
This,
So you tell me how you want to mark it.
It's brownie face.
little electric arrows. Lightning bolts to the head.
There you go.
Gas. Why are we come back 3 weeks later? It's gas.
thunder, lightning, very, very frightening.
Oh. But yes, you seem to be free of the maze.
Outside, yes. So we could just walk around. Well, I say we walk around the outside, but watch out for big trees.
Yeah.
Continue east.
Yes. But if we
Poor shark from the poor.
we see any big tall trees,
we saw that.
Yeah,
stay
but by the time you
far
see it, it's
away.
too late.
How tall are they?
They're big, tall.
Like 40 feet.
Yeah, they're the tallest, right?
But once you get to within sight, that's when the intensity happens.
Okay, well then maybe we should go
Just give it a wide berth, period.
or
Oh, it's okay.
go back or do you want to go back around the outside?
I'm good with going the way we continuing to a perimeter,
But step way far
Just-
away from the edge,
30 or 40 yard, 100
Yeah.
feet.
just so we can.
Yeah, as you make a wide berth.
All we have to do is be able to see the
Step
wall and
away
see the other
from the
side.
Yeah.
Keep on our patrol.
I also wonder if it would still be doing that if I didn't have the hammer with me, but I don't want to just leave it lying in the dirt.
No, we can't leave it now. I don't think we should hold on. I don't think you should hold on to it.
Oh, I want to ask Ruth about it when she comes back.
Also, at some point, you'll become attuned to it if it's a magical item.
That's why I don't want him to do that.
You make yourself around, and there's another entrance into the Brambles.
Yeah, that's nice.
How are you going to protect the Brambles from being destroyed?
By
Any-
From the
patrolling
things
around
that
How do
might
you-
come to
How
it.
do you know they're safe?
They're trying to kill us.
Okay.
There's a chance something's in there, but
Yeah. Seemingly there is something in there.
A lot of something.
why is there seemingly something in there? Just the
The voices and
we've known
why
it.
why did she tell you to take care of them?
But they've been there since the beginning.
Yeah, taking care of them does not include smashing them in my book.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, that is your dilemma. So you make your way all the way around. Uh-oh. Wide berth.
Way around.
And finally you make it back to your place. You saw there's a number of entrances, but you chose not to take them. And you finally make it back to your... It'll take a while for those to come back.
So,
As we go around, it might be worthy to just right on the edge, like north for like a north entrance, east for east entrance.
Okay,
Plus
you do
one,
that
plus two.
if you want. If you want to take the time to do that,
Yep.
you mark
Alright.
each of the entrances, label them.
I'm gonna
Time for your
take
nap.
a sleep. Yeah. So do you want the hammer, or you want to leave
I think we should just
it under the car?
leave it with whoever stays and rests, but just don't hang on to it. Just leave it somewhere in the car.
Put it in the trunk.
Yeah.
Does this thing have a trunk or a frunk?
Sure. Okay.
Stick it out the
So
back like a third horn.
Ruckus goes for his nap. Martello comes out. Lulu says, "I don't want to stay by myself. I will go with you, Martello."
All right.
And you can see that me and him are both kind of sullen with like
Well,
anguish.
maybe you communicate.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I'll explain that we encountered the voices tried to punish us for not freeing them with this hammer. The hammer's dangerous, possibly, so I wouldn't suggest holding on to it. Ruckus is going to hold on to it, but not hold on
I
to it.
thought you laughed at danger.
And
Not since it started
I'm more
hurting.
scared of Ruth than of the things in the trees. How about that?
and then
Really?
She's plus. I mean, keeping her happy gets us to our objective of the thing we need for the objective for the thing we need for the objective.
For the thing that we need for the.
Yeah. Yes. It finishes the side quest of the side quest of the side quest.
so I'll offer you the same offer.
I'm
Magic.
so proud of you.
Do you want a magic?
Staying on
Magic
mission.
circle?
I like it.
The anti-demon circle.
Sure.
Anti-fiends.
That sounds good.
Are these spells?
Yes. So this is my second.
Third.
Oh, wait,
Yourself,
it would-
Martello. This is 3.
Myself would have been recovered in the short rest
Oh, okay.
because it's 2 hours. It would have been
Yep.
short rest.
Yep.
All right. So this is the second spell.
All right. Meanwhile, back at the Demon Zapper, Ken, Olak. Yeah.
Nice.
So, you spend all evening, all night, working on Minnie. Tell me about how that's supposed to work. Do you remember? Do you have notes?
So Minnie never died, so it's not I don't have to go out and do all the starting requirements again.
Uh-huh.
So I think DM discretion is the official advice. So I have my tinkering tools. I have some mending cantrips.
So you didn't have to...
And I'm above waking up Christiana if I need assistance.
Yeah, but you don't have to claim another soul, right?
No. We yeah, because it wasn't an actual death.
Okay. So you're repairing it, and...
Yes.
Because it had taken some massive amount of damage. Like, it was dead, but stabilized dead.
Yes,
Right?
it passed its saving throws.
So
There's death saving throws.
So you spent the whole evening. Let's do some tinkering checks here, right?
All right.
You're proficient with your tinkering tools, right?
I'm expertise in my tinkering
Yeah,
tools.
nice. So what I want is, and this is gonna seem like a lot. I want 10 successes before 10 failures.
All right. What ability would you like me to use?
So your tinking. What does your tinkering tools use? Dexterity, probably.
Whatever the DM wants them to.
Yeah. So
They're not
what's
to a specific
so your spell casting ability is based off what? Intelligence, wisdom.
intelligence.
Yeah. So let's use your intelligence.
All right.
So I'm gonna say, because you're pulling an all-nighter, I'm gonna have your first 15. No, we're gonna do your first 5 with advantage, the next 10 normal, and your last 5 with disadvantage. Let's hope you get 10 successes before the 15th.
Okay.
First 5 with advantage, because you're clear-headed and not. We're looking and we need a difficulty class. We're gonna set the difficulty class at 13.
Okay. So before the advantage thing came into play, I rolled 1 and it came up as a 13. I can't get into Foundry for some reason, so I'm having to do these just through D&D Beyond.
Oh.
Which I saw his 13.
All right, I'll start with the advantages now.
So if I got into D&D Beyond, I would see those.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they at?
2. That's a 32.
32.
Yep. The minimum I can roll is a 14.
The minimum you can roll is a 14. Okay, well then there's not much effort here. Yeah. So okay, through the course.
Yeah, 15. A 15's the minimum.
Yeah. Well,
So it's
then
great.
my what I came up with is a new
What's
point.
your intelligence?
Well, DC
He
changes.
he
right?
has his expertise in that.
I have expertise, so I
The
get a
DC
plus
changed,
10
so-
automatically.
Right. The first 5 was 13. Next 5
Yeah,
is.
but the lowest he can roll.
Well,
You
Oh,
can still
wait, that's
fail.
a good point. My first one was a 13. How did that happen?
yeah, because if it's only plus 10, then 11's the lowest you can roll.
Oh,
Right?
because it rolled a 13, but it didn't actually add anything to it for some reason.
Christiana.
Where did it go? I saw Nitzel.
They have to be in the. They have to be in the campaign.
Oh, they do.
That's how you're connected.
Well, it doesn't matter because he can't roll less than a 15, right? Is that what I heard?
That's not.
Yeah, I have a plus 14 if we're using intelligence.
Yeah, which makes sense, right? So you spend all evening, and at first it seems easy, but by the end of the night, it's gotten quite difficult. After 8-ish hours, Christiana starts to come to and wake up from her long rest, which you've sat through. You're feeling exhausted, right?
Yes. Exhaustion level 1. So I now have disadvantage on ability checks permanently.
Until you rest, get your full rest.
Yeah, until I long rest or greater restoration or something like that.
Okay, hold
Right.
up. I'm going to push back on it. If 5 were with advantage and he doesn't even need the advantage, then, and you said he needed 10 before he gets 10 fails, he's never going to fail.
That's right.
So 5 with advantage and 5 normal should not run him out.
Run him out. What do you mean? By
We're talking about this exhaustion and stuff. I mean,
well, no, he's
Because
not.
I'm not getting a long rest.
He's not exhausted because of the
Spell.
checks. He's exhausted because he's now been up 24 hours.
You stayed up last night to fix.
Instead of taking a long rest at all, he chose to stay up and fix Minnie, which he has now done.
Yep.
And so
Fix Minnie and let Christiana get a long
his-
rest so we could drive safely.
So you follow that, and you don't. I don't think you're following that yet. The rule.
no, I get it that it wasn't the checks. I guess I'm questioning. 5 and 5 is 10. Are we saying each check was an hour? I mean, what? How much time was spent?
He spent the whole evening working on it to simulate that. I said roll 10 successes before 10 failures.
Okay.
I set the criteria, then learned he couldn't possibly fail.
Right.
That's what happened.
Okay.
And Christian, I pull shit out of my ass all the time.
Isn't that what 90% of DMing is?
Yeah. So I tried to come up with something, and it wasn't much of a challenge. All right, so you wake up, and Christiana wakes up, and she wipes sleep out of her. She says, "Did you stay up all night?"
Well, yeah. Isn't that what we said I was going to do?
And she just shakes her head, and she looks over and she sees she's Minnie. Well, I guess you got your companion back. As she starts, she has somewhat of a tinkering background to her too. And she kind of like takes a wing and says, and she scratches her head and cinches her. Seems like you did pretty good. You got to be exhausted.
Thank you. Yeah, who needs sleep?
And she, what are we gonna do with the big guy?
Which big guy?
The genie, as she looks around. Oh, where'd he go?
Shh, taken care of. We're good.
What do you mean? What happened?
Well, this is what happens when you sleep through all the interesting stuff.
Genie and Dale get into a fight, and Christiana.
And
Sword through
and don't you're gonna want to skip drinking your morning coffee today out of that cup.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Don't say a word.
And she's
It's going to have a bit of a punch to it.
So now what? What do we do? Where should we go? What do we? Should we stay
okay,
here?
We knew where they were going, right?
Well, they told us they were gonna go see this Red Ruth person.
Right, and they have not come back yet. So you can now drive. So I feel like we should probably
They pointed that away, right?
go there. Yeah, that's good enough, right? A general direction. You can get us there.
I don't know. And so you should we get on the bike and ride? Ride,
Yeah,
ride,
let's go.
ride, let it ride. All right, so you get on the bike and you say, well, hopefully we'll be back, Olivia Ralzada. And so you guys are at the Demon Zapper, and you're heading toward the Bone Brambles. But you've never been to the Bone Brambles, so you need to roll 2d4.
D4. 2d4.
And what are the numbers on each dice?
Yeah, how do I don't actually know how to do that in D&D.
Well, you grab 2d4 and you roll them on the table. You want me to roll for you?
Here we go. No, I got it. I figured it out.
Okay.
All right, we've got a 2 and a 4.
All right. And
Well, a 4 technically came up first, if that's important.
that's okay. How long does it take you? Took you 3 hours to get there. Must not have been the same path the other guys took. 3 hours to get you. So, but, that would be 3 hours in the morning, and it's not quite morning there yet for you guys. All right. So, but maybe we go back to the Wandering Emporium. Activate. You're not able to get into Foundry? The link didn't work for you today?
Nope.
Hopefully you're
It
able...
keeps timing out. I'm wondering if there's like a security setting for trying to get in on a different IP address. But I've just been watching your live stream and it's been working out well.
So, you wake up with Red Ruth cuddled in your arm.
No, not want her cuddled in my arm.
Yeah, you,
Wanting and getting are two different things, my friend.
Yes, I found that quite often in life.
And you wake up and she the dark-haired lady, the pretty girl, comes over with a plate full of fruits that you've not seen anything like this since you've been in Avernus. A stem with these bulbous little fruits, grapes, right? And she picks one. Would you like one, sire? And drops it in your mouth, and you chew it. And this is, grapes are pretty good, right? But you've been in Avernus, and everything's been bland and crappy since you got here.
Yep.
And especially you, who've been here extra long. You haven't tasted anything real for as long as you. And this is like an explosion of flavor. And she's another one. And
Just keep it coming. Come a little closer.
And she has a pot, and Ruth takes the plate from her and says, "Oh, I'll do that for you." Snuggle in one hand on your chest as she feels, "You like the grapes, do you? You like the grapes, don't you?"
Do I have...
if they dropped one.
I like them better. For some reason, they were tastier coming from her.
Which one were I able to feed you?
Come, my dear.
Yeah, right.
What was
We
that?
had
What's
such a
that
pleasant
spell?
night.
Change shape, man. Make her look like
Cast
Elvira.
Minor illusion.
Elvira. Yeah, minor illusion.
The rest of her body's still sagging, but her face is pleasant. Or maybe it's just she's perky where she wasn't before.
You pick.
As your
You're being
guard,
cruel.
a little bit, yes, and enjoying it. It makes for a good story. Eventually, you wake up and you feel refreshed, fully recovered. Matter of fact, you feel so recovered that you are going to get 4 temporary hit points.
Woohoo!
Wow.
If you don't want them, you don't have to have them. That's fine.
Take them. Could be the
I don't
could be the
even-
difference between life and death.
I don't even know how to put them in there.
There's, if you go,
Got it. I got it.
And eventually there's a knock on the door, and you hear Rahid says, "Are we decent in there?"
No.
And Redwood says, "Oh, go away, come back later." And she says, she goes, "Oh yes, Redwood, I'd be happy to. It's just a matter of your next payment, if you would like to stay another day, another evening." And she sighs and says, "And glowing, my friend, all good things must come to an end."
Yeah.
And he looks, "Mahalo, you've been a treasure." And Cortessa, pleasure as always. maybe we could come back some other time. Come visit. Shall we return to home?
Yes.
All right.
It'll get tricky. I imagine those duck dragons.
And you inquire. So our visitors are gone, and he says, yeah. And he kind of, yes, but they did quite a number on our Emporium searching, and she said, oh, well, we appreciate your discretion. Here, have another coin.
Where does she get all these soul coins?
And so you come out of you've been dressed and your armor's been freshly polished. It seems extra mobile. Everything
Well
seems
oiled.
everything seems well lubed.
He's disgusting too.
That's what you do to old leather, right? You put some oil in it to
Work it in.
make it soft again.
Supple. I think that's the word.
And Redwood says, as we walk out, before we go, perhaps we should walk around the Emporium. Look, there, they have a smithy. Do you have any needs for metal work?
Think of
No?
weapons that need sharpening or anything?
Have you
Potions?
ever actually seen me use my axe?
Not
I
lately.
don't think I have.
Some potions, maybe?
And everything we have
When
now
you
is
can turn
magic.
into a gold dragon, why would you use an axe and get in close combat?
And she says, "Oh, look over there! They have fresh larvae. Oh, I must get some. Come." And she walks up to this bugbear, and in front of it is a bunch of containers. And he lifts the lid, and it's like full of grubs. And it's, oh yes, I will take a bagful. Yes. And then they walk over, and there's a gal sitting in front of her shop with a chair, and a person gets up at freshly shorn. Oh, Gloin, my friend, you should trim your beard.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Here, I will pay. You just sit down and let them pepper you a little bit.
Okay.
You sit down, and she gives them a coin.
Give me some of those coins.
No,
And
that better be the best shave of your life.
and she sits down, and your hair's been freshly cleaned, so they don't need to wash it. And they start clipping and trimming your beard, and she sits down in front of you and starts rubbing your feet. Takes off your boots and starts massaging your feet. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Yeah, doesn't that feel good?
Where's this illusion? God.
Prestidigitation. And eventually that's done, and you're well groomed, and you're working your way through the tents, and you come to another potion shop, a potion shop, full of all sorts of. And she says, "Oh, look at all these potions." And you come to realize, if you had stuff to sell, this might be a place to sell it.
I think I've given away everything I had that I could sell. Be nice to have that emblem again, but that was given away for no good reason.
Nothing then for you,
Holy
my dear?
symbol of Ravenkind is gone. Oh well. I'm not gonna give away my mithril half plate. Are you serious?
And she goes up and she talks to him and whispers in their ear, and they smile wryly, and they hand her this vial.
Blue pill. Oh, sorry.
I am not touching that. I know exactly what
Blue
she's
vial.
after.
Oh, Gloin.
A little something for later. Wink.
That better change you into Godiva.
Don't be crude.
I'm a dwarf. Jeez, what do you expect from me?
Oh, you have no idea.
I think well,
Not
I don't have much of an imagination,
Not
so maybe I
much
don't.
more than we shared last night, I'm sure.
What did I sleep through?
Shall we head back?
Yes.
She waves to Mahadi and off they go. So the big reveal there, this is where you need to go to buy and sell stuff. If you think you have something to get rid of, you would want to find your way back. The problem is it's a wandering emporium, right?
It may not be here.
It may not be here. It'll be somewhere, and you could probably find it, especially if you had the help of someone's crush. So, you fly back, and it takes 3 hours. So you're right on par with Olak and
Okay.
and Christiana to get back. So you guys, meanwhile, back at the Brambles. Yes, you spent the night doing this, and keeping a wide berth of the big stone trees. And throughout the rest of the night, as far as you can tell, nothing happened, but you didn't go in.
For the rest of the night, we did not go in.
Okay.
No,
Good.
not okay. You're telling me.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
All right.
We would
Morning
patrol.
comes.
I would
And,
patrol
and
the outside.
yeah, and with our turns and rotations, we managed to get a long rest.
Well, you know what? I think that to do that, it would probably take you the entire time. Who had the last? Was it you two that had the last round?
Before we
I would
end.
have taken my second rest after we got back.
So, well, we
And
had
then-
done basically one rotation where we each got a turn to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Two. We
Bef-
should- we
and
did
then
two.
Well, you're on.
when we left the scene,
Right.
Or any of you elves?
if we're hand waving, we did it twice,
Right.
or whatever it would take to.
We did that cycle twice to get 4 hours of sleep, which is what you need over the course of the night.
Yeah, but it took you an extra 4 hours to do it, right?
Yeah.
Which is about perfect.
Yep.
Right?
Sounds good.
Because
That's when they show.
an hour left in somebody's rest, and you hear the motorcycles coming from over the bluff, and at first you prepare the weapons to make sure, and then you see it's Olak and Christiana.
Nice.
So we're saying everyone got a long rest.
Everyone's gotten a long rest.
Except Olak.
Everyone except for Olak got a long rest. Correct. Thank
He
you.
could get it. Maybe he could get a short rest on the way here
Eh,
Just sitting in the
if
car.
it gets you anything.
Just sitting in the sidecar.
not really.
Yeah.
I'd get a spell slot back, but whatever. I'll save that. Also, we're in a moving vehicle.
Christiana, Olak. Where's Red Ruth? Where's Red Ruth? She is back at the Wandering Emporium. Let's go ahead and copy here. Command copy. And go to Bone Brambles.
The ride over, Olak would have updated Christiana a bit on the whole potential wish. He didn't really want to talk about it around the people.
Sure. Okay, you've all come back, and you're outside the Brambles, and Grolgark, and on your way, I'm sure that you saw these guys in the distance. You started to fly, and all of a sudden you would see these death dragons, and this pattern went on, right? You'd walk a while, so you know they're out there, right? And it may be only a matter of time before they narrow you down.
Yeah. Are they? So, according to Red Ruth, I would probably have discussed this. So they're after dragons. they care about anything else.
They care, as far as I know, they care about dragons or any that would be on Tiamat's, their god's, bad side. You, as a dragon, are invading his territory.
Not willingly.
Well, he seems fair. He was trying to invade our territory.
Yeah.
Or she was already trying to invade our territory.
Bless you.
And who are you? You orange-haired, green-skinned person. Are you a demon? Ken?
Sorry?
She was asking if you were a demon.
Oh, I hope not.
So,
I don't think so.
are my brambles in order?
Yes.
We have a
What are
couple.
brambles?
Yes.
To the best of our knowledge, everything is safe. We've patrolled all
There-
night.
Well, come with me then.
There was
A couple things.
one matter we wanted to discuss with you.
Talk as we walk then.
Okay. Well, there were these voices.
And she enters the brambles, and the voices, save us. And you hear her, and she turns, and her face turns as altar white. Be quiet, you. And the voice is, oh,
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so we're walking as we're talking. Say, well, we did find this couple very interesting things as we patrolled these paths.
really? What would that be?
Well, one was a fancy bag. that,
Really? Let me see the bag.
I showed it to her. I said it seems to try to suck in anything that
Seems to be a trap.
you put in it.
It's not a Mahadi. It's no good. You make it keep it.
Okay. We also found a very interesting hammer.
A hammer. I have no use for hammer. Nothing to hammer here.
Okay.
Fine. If there's nothing to
You
hammer
don't.
here,
You don't. Okay.
that's hammer.
So it's okay if I keep it then.
Yes, you may keep hammer. I don't care.
Okay.
Hammer's no interest in me.
Okay. There was also these voices became more insistent. They wanted us to smash the big trees and let them loose, but I figured you told us not to let any harm come to the brambles, so we weren't going to do that.
And she stops and she looks at you and comes. You are Ruckus, right?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
my elf
Human
form.
form.
Yeah, you're a very charismatic form. And she goes, oh. And her eyes start to water a little bit. You followed the instructions. You didn't set them free. You didn't break them out. Apparently, because I can hear that. But be quiet over there! And she scrapes your head and she gives you a big old kiss on the lip.
Better you than me.
And she looks like, oh, I'm sorry, Gloin. Hopefully that didn't make you feel awkward.
Nope. Not even a little.
Now then, about this divination you're looking for. And she leads you back to the center of Bone Brambles. And she says, okay, you know the routine, Gloin. Please, all spit into this.
Okay.
You all do? Yep. All right.
That was sounding like it was coming right on your head from behind. Ken, you're coming out of the TV behind him, so that was like you just spit
Oh,
down his
I'm
neck.
sorry. Glenn, you'll need to drink this first. Hand you the pink vial. We should save it for later then. That's fine. Okay. You can't. What's harm a girl for trying? Blame. You can't blame a.
Try it on Ruckus. He's better at that stuff than I am.
Yes, but we had such a good night, didn't we?
If we did, I slept through it.
Fine then. And she throws a couple things into this skull, and she mixes. She puts it over the heat, and she mixes it up. And I should get the notes to see exactly how this works. And we are Baldur's Gate. We are at the Bone Brambles. The Bone Brambles. Here we are. And so you want to free this Dale from his commit. To do this, you would need to. Razala must drink the blood of a Titan to free himself from Zariel's pact.
Is there even a Titan down here?
Oh yeah. There's lots of Titans down
Okay, so and that was the deal. She was just going to give us the answer, not a thing, right? Just, She was going to divine how he gets free.
Right.
Okay.
You might try Uldrak. He might be able to help, but I'll warn you, he's not what he used to be.
Uldrak is a person who's going to help us find a Titan?
here. Thought there's many people. down here.
Uldrak was an Emporium. And by the way, the axe is a bone grinder,
Axe.
a hammer. But you guys didn't attune to it, so you don't know what it is. Oh, the bone grinder, she says.
She said I could
I
keep
have
it,
no
so
interest
I'm-
in it. It's
Okay.
nothing but a nuisance to my
Or-
Brambles.
Oh, maybe our dwarf wants it to, I don't know. be
Your
better
war
off with
player traded in for his basic maul.
I didn't say it had attunement. +2 bonus attack and against attack and damage rolls, but when this hammer successfully strikes a skeletal creature, such as the coral of this walls, right? Creature, it instantly causes it the typical Warhammer damage +2 whatever you roll, plus an additional 50 points of damage
Yeah.
to skeletal creatures. Right? The extra damage is only to skeletal creatures. But furthermore, the struck creature must then make a Constitution saving throw versus the wielder's level. So if you're level 13, plus your Constitution Mire if you're +1, 3, 2, 3, right? Add those together. That's your difficulty class of the Constitution saving throw that the skeletal creature needs to make. Else, it turns instantly to dust. And any carryover damage. So if you did one skeleton, it was only like 10 hit points. It would move to the next and next and next. So basically, you could wipe out a skeletal army with a couple swings.
Have we
Sounds pretty
seen
cool.
Have we seen a skeletal army down here?
Not yet.
Think harder.
Think bigger.
Skeletal army.
Dragons.
Those dragons.
The dragons
They're
are
not
skeletal.
skeletal.
Sure look like it in the picture.
Undead, you know.
Think back to the lake.
Yeah, the big giant.
Oh, the big giant skeleton.
And what chased you away from the lake?
Skeletons.
Just skeletons.
Giant skeleton was stirring the lake.
Okay, I'll
Right,
take
spawning
I'll
other.
take the axe.
Oh,
Who's gonna
somebody
take
gotta
the axe?
identify it first.
It's not an axe, a hammer.
It's a hammer.
Hammer.
Warhammer.
I already have a warhammer. So it doesn't do that.
Is it a +2? It's a normal +2, and then it does that. Skeletal.
Well, yeah, I mean,
And it's a legendary weapon. So it's
I have a hammer.
Right.
Want a hammer?
yeah, my battle axe or hammer is a +7 to hit and a 1d8 +2.
so
It's
you
already +2.
you pull out your map perhaps, and
Okay, wait. So she said who this dude could help us?
I was gonna show an Emporium. Emporium. Wrong keyboard. Doesn't look good. Shift.
I have a mace. I don't have a
E-R-Y-A-N. That's close. Is it close enough? Yes. Looks kind of like that.
And we should find him, and he's going to help us.
Well,
find
Sure,
it
do you
tight.
see the axe he's carrying?
the hammer.
Looks kind of like
The
it.
hammer?
So she said you needed to break this his Zariel's claim on Ralzala. Ralzala must drink the blood of a titan. And the Aldrich might help. He is a titan, but he's not what he used to be. And she shows on the map. And you are at the Brambles. Let's turn on my things. And when you know it. Oh, that's not it. There it is.
Aldrich's great.
And she points to that on the map.
That's
And
where the Titan is.
that's where the Titan is.
And his name is Aldrich.
Aldrak. Seek out Aldrak. He might be able to help, but he's not what he used to be.
And he was an Emporium. Is that where that came
Yeah,
from?
and he is an Emporium, and an Emporium is a Titan,
He's a Titan. Okay.
and that's what we'll do next week.
And I'm not here next week.
Why not?
I'm on vacation.
Oh.
I'm going out west.
How dare you?
Well, we will have two gone.
We can use a
We
few
just
weeks.
took a week off.
What's wrong with that?
It happens.
Huh?
What's wrong with that?
I don't like taking weeks off.
Wes was a possible not here either.
I know. That's the reason
That's
that's the reason I'm considering taking the week off. Won't have Glenn. All right. So next week, maybe we'll do something different.
Sure.
Sure.
Okie dokie. I will let you know.
All right.
All right. So I think, how is this set up? Is that too small?
I can see it.
I mean, I can see it. I was able to read things.
And I can always zoom in.
Yeah.
That would no. I think it was all right. I mean, the most we might need to do would be to zoom in a little bit more in the future.
I don't think you're ever going to hear a guy say, "No, we don't need a bigger screen." But
Yeah.
It would be good to know why we couldn't get into because I couldn't get into the Foundry either.
I was able to.
Were you?
I've not been able to get into the Foundry.
So invitation links. I take this number, copy it, I drop it in the Discord. I thought I did this recently.
Yep.
Yeah, and
clicked
I went
on
back
it,
to
it
the
didn't
email
help.
that you sent it, but
I mean, there it still is, right?
yeah, but wasn't playing ball.
It's the same number. Okay, huh?
That's all right.
I don't know. We just upgraded again, but I don't know that mattered.
I mean, I do think it's when the upgrade happened that it stopped working. Because it didn't work for me last time either.
Well, there was a new site name.
Yeah, but
Address.
if they're using this one, it should work. Yeah, so here I am going as Game Master. Does it freeze on this screen, or does it not even go here?
Yeah, it's not even there. I'm just a blank screen, and it's still trying to like get to the address.
I don't know if it just takes a while. I know my screen is pretty
Yeah,
large.
connection timed out. Server is taking too long to respond.
So there is a way that I can do a cloud server, but that costs me extra money, a subscription.
Oh, yeah, that does.
I would wait till D&D comes out with their.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it's better though.
Not yet.
You're right, not yet. And I only use a fraction of Foundry's abilities. What's nice about Foundry is though they have the third-party modules, the add-ons, like that. The whole what's it called? Mythic Game Master Emulator, the Fate Roller, Fate Check. That's a third-party thing. Anyway. Okay, so let's end the stream. When do you go on vacation?
We're flying out Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gone Saturday to Saturday, and then Carrie flies out on Sunday to go to the UK.
Gotta love it.
For how many weeks?
She's going for a week.
Here, let's go to live stream.
Stupid because it's like
Bye, Ken.
as soon as you get your clock turned around,
Yeah.
and get used to it, then
Bye.
she'll come back.